Men are tired of getting rejected for the dumbest reasons, right? Right? You meet a girl and you go out, everything's going great, you got a job, right? You're a nice guy, just objectively a good human, right? You got a pretty good car, you live in your own apartment, no roommates, right? And you happen to show up on the date wearing brown shoes. And she's, everything's great, but she can't date a guy who wears like brown shoes, right? I mean, this is happening, right? There are guys that are checking box after box after box and getting rejected for the stupidest, dumbest things. And they're so tired of the game.
Oh, are you saying?
Yeah.
That pretty privileged women are weak?
Most of them, yes. Most of them. That's why when you hear the baddie buzzword, most baddies are because all they have to offer is their body. It's weak. It's an easy way to do life, but it's a weak way to do life. And I don't feel bad for saying it. It's just the truth. And no shots fired. Look, do you, boo? Get it how you live it. I'm not here to judge you. Live your life. However, it's the weak way. It's the easy way. It's not the narrow road. Not taking into account, I don't think that they're taking into account the spiritual warfare that actually starts happening, the way that they have to battle that spiritual demon, which is very expensive. Can't afford it. But I think that when you're really beautiful, you're lazy.
Do not marry someone that cannot give you the lifestyle that realistically you want. Especially if you want to have children, really think about the kind of life you want to give your children. If you marry a guy that cannot keep a job, or really can't afford for you to ever stay home, why would you have children with that man? Because you might be thinking, oh, but I can earn money too. I am an attorney. I understand your thought process. Once you have children or get pregnant, you will realize pregnancy is so unpredictable. Birth is so unpredictable. Postpartum is so unpredictable. You can have very complicated medical issues that occur during those times. You want to be with someone that can provide during that time. And also, how insane that a man cannot keep a job and provide a decent lifestyle, but you're birthing his children. That is very difficult. And a lot of women are like, but I already love him. And they get in their emotions. And then you might be thinking, oh, but that's not romantic. If all you rely on is romance and emotion for the decision of who you marry, you are being extremely foolish. I do divorce and custody as an attorney, and I can tell you that's a quick way to ruin your life. Just base everything off of romance and feeling. Use logic. Use wisdom. Be honest about the kind of life you think your future children deserve and the lifestyle that you actually want. I'm not saying only marry for lifestyle, also marry for values, someone that you enjoy, but you have to consider lifestyle.
The problem is that they want the guy to provide a lifestyle that they see on the internet. So the guy is able to pay for the birth, they're able to take care of the kids, but the women, they want more. They want more and more and more. Why? Because they go on social media and they see other women getting that. Making $100,000 a year is a good thing. You're able to take care of a lot with that, but they don't want that. They want 500,000, 1 million, 3 million, 10 million. They think that they should get everything that they see other people getting on social media.
And is, what are your goals? What are we building together? Because if we're not building together, then what are we doing?
I understand. Listen,
right?
And I'm with you on that. But what I'm saying is, if I have a consistent paying job, let's build. Maybe I don't want to build a business. I want to build a life. I want to build a family. I want to build a home. And maybe you are the entrepreneurial spirit. Maybe when your play don't go good, I still got this consistent paying job that I can we could fall back on. So I may not have that entrepreneurial spirit. Doesn't mean that I'm just a lackluster of a man, but I'm consistent. I show up for you every day. I get up every morning to go provide for you. And you saying that that's not good enough. It's, whoo, boy, that's tough right now.
That ugly morning. Not that it's not good enough.
Okay.
And if a man chooses to not be an entrepreneur, it is okay. Then as the woman, I will invest his money.
Fellas, go sell dope.
Drop a bomb, I'm triggered. You ain't gonna invest my goddamn money because I don't want to own a business. I said I want to work and make my little 50, 60,000. That don't mean you get to take my paycheck and invest it in what the you want to invest it in. That means I don't have an entrepreneurial spirit. I just want to take care of the bills, have a happy household, take care of my responsibility. I don't want to do all that extra shit. Fellas, love yourself. Respectfully.
Thank you, Ms.
There's
Gordon.
nothing wrong with that, though. Some men, they might don't have that entrepreneur. They might just want to work and pay the bills.
But as the woman, let me invest the money so the money grows. Sitting in the bank, you do not earn any interest on your money. And if you're talking about being my husband, having a family and kids, the kids got to eat.
Right.
And the kids need shelter. And
All right,
the kids
fellas.
need tuition. So therefore...
Fellas, sell dope. Sell dope.
Drop another bomb. I'm looking for an accountant. I'm looking for a girlfriend. I'm looking for a wife. I'm looking for a life partner. I'm looking for someone to build with. I don't need you all in my financials. I got a steady job, a 401k. I'll be just fine. I need you to be my girl and relax. Respect.
The internet never fails to amaze me. So I made a video talking about how I'm not interested in approaching women anymore because of the potential consequences, and I'm still getting some type of backlash from that. You got people saying, oh, you might just be unattractive. Me personally, I don't think that I'm unattractive, but it's okay if I'm not attractive to that specific woman. You got people also saying it's the approach. And my thing is, how else are you supposed to approach someone? I simply said, hey, how are you? A simple, respectful, gentle way of approaching someone. A simple indication to let you know that I don't mean any harm. This one lady in the comment section said that I was gay and that I'm teaching other men to mistreat women. How does not approaching women mean that I'm mistreating them? What? And then you got people saying, oh, you probably just don't got no game. How don't I have game if I'm choosing not to approach these people? Just because, say for example, if LeBron James retired from basketball, does that mean he's trash? And then you got people trying to talk about my glasses, trying to say that these are women's frames. My thing is, bro, Malcolm X had these literal exact same frames and nobody said a word about it. Like, bro, God forbid a person can't see, or you need to go get some entirely new frames so that you can talk to girls. Shut the f up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I've seen women's frames. If you think these are women's frames, you're a Nimrod. And then from my experience, keyword my experience, I don't hear too many women say that they don't like glasses. If anything, they find glasses attractive. That's just from my perspective. I had a point in life where I just downright didn't wear my glasses, knowing that I needed them, and girls would still tell me, you look cute with your glasses. I think you should wear your glasses more. These days, bro, I'm not wearing my glasses because women have told me that I look more handsome in glasses. I'm simply wearing my glasses because I need them, and I'm not gonna walk around here squinting. But that's besides the point. And then y'all acting like it's not other ways to get women. I say all the time, if you want to get women, put yourself in position to where you can meet women, like hobbies, school, work. That way you can consistently see these people and they can get to know you instead of you just being a stranger walking up to them trying to get their number. It's crazy because y'all making it seem like I don't get women. My thing is, don't make assumptions about people you don't know. I have no problem getting women. I'm just more interested in messing with the women that want to mess with me. And it's crazy when I say this, a lot of people are going to assume that I think that I'm all that. And you may not agree with this, but I've been told that I'm decently attractive and I have a very attractive personality. I'm not lacking in the women department. I'm just going about it at a different angle. Apparently, it's a crime to say I believe in mutual interest now.
I was walking by a bunch of bars and I heard these guys outside spilling tea to each other. This one guy was so giddy because he's in a new relationship or something. He's like, yeah, she's so cute. She's so pretty. And they're like, oh man, you're in love. You're in love. He's talking about how she has the best smile. And his friends were giggling. They were giggling like little girls. Did guys do this? They were like so happy for him. Like, well, she's not like Amanda at all. Who's Amanda? I want the tea. He's like, yeah, she showed up to my house with wine and a charcuterie board. Bro, you actually value this girl for coming over with cheese and crackers?
Absolutely, men can get giddy over the right woman. And for sure, what you ladies don't understand, that a man's friends group are way more supportive than even women. Like, women get jealous, and men, that doesn't happen. Men will get motivated before getting jealous. And lastly, it is not about the cheese and crackers. It is about the effort. And if on top of that, she's attractive and she has a good personality, yeah, that man is going to be giddy.
You know, men are not going to continue. I think men are getting to a point to where they would rather take a loss, right? I'd rather lose, as you would put it, as you would have it, if you say so. I would rather lose than sit up here and try to convince somebody to like me and they don't even care about me. That's the point that a lot of men are getting to. So you're not going to see me beg. You're not going to see me sit up here and pine and sing a song, Earth Angel, will you be mine? And since I lost my baby, and you're not going to hear me saying that because there's not really anything out here to beg for. I'm not going to sit up here and convince you to like me. You don't even like me.
I broke up with my boyfriend, someone I love, someone I have known for over 10 years, because he didn't stand up to misogynistic young men when he was given the opportunity.
When I first heard this video, I was like, oh, okay, so you got random people like catcalling you or just being rude to you and he didn't stand up for you. That's a perfectly reasonable reason to break up with. But then she gave the entire story. 2 boys, probably 13 or 14 years old, and they were saying things like, Trump is the best, what has he ever done? He has more followers online, I don't get why no one would like him. And I was seething because my 6'4", handsome, white privileged boyfriend wasn't saying anything. And so finally I stop, I turn around and I get right in their face and I said, he's a white in the face. Boyfriend, still just standing there. Once the boys get their bearings, they say something like, Trump is my daddy, Trump is your daddy. And I was furious. I had a full-blown crash out. I took my full morning latte and I smashed it on the ground. My God. It's not like you said anything that was incorrect, but how are you gonna let 2 9th graders rage bait you that? These kids are obviously watching libtard get owned videos online, confirmed everything they believed in with that meltdown you just had. They're little kids, they're morons. You can convince this wall quicker to become a liberal. Sadly, the reason why these kids are so red-pilled is because of content creators like Steven Crowder or Charlie Kirk. Genuinely, it's such a bad problem. I think the only way for kids to stop getting into this red pill crack pipe for their parents to educate them while they're super.
Every single man that I know will always tell me that a cute girl is way more attractive than like a super hot, like Victoria's Secret model type girl. Literally heard every single one of my guy friends talk about this before, and it stuns me. And then I just saw a dude make a video like this and I had to weigh in. And like, I don't know what it is. Like, girls, tell me if I'm wrong or not, but when a dude calls me cute, I'm almost like, I'm sorry, what? Cute? Me? No, you got the wrong girl. But actually, it's apparently way better to be cute than it is to be super hot. 95% of men, if you put a cute girl, super cute girl next to a super hot girl, you put them side by side, 95% of men are gonna pick the cutie.
This is absolutely true, because cute equals nice, genuine, and down to earth, whereas hot can include bad attitude and arrogance. So yeah, for guys, when they're calling somebody cute, it's because of their personality combined with their outward appearance, whereas hot can just mean outward appearance.
No disrespect to you when I say, okay? I think that sometimes some of y'all women really don't understand how territorial men are. That's biologically how they are. It's different if you were covered up, but baby, you got titty tape on. So yes, of course, a man who knows how men are going to look at you, knowing that there's going to be men who are going to be predators or going to pursue you, he's right for saying that. That's not meaning that he's insecure, he's territorial. That's a man's nature, that's absolutely okay. It's your responsibility as his woman to understand his nature and to also have boundaries with yourself. Knowing what you are exposing yourself to. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be quick. I'm so glad I can have conversations with my husband because I asked him, we had a deep conversation. I said, what is it about women that will make you not wife her? And the first thing he said, the way she presents herself. That's coming from a man. Men will take that. If you dress provocative, they're going to see you as an object. If you dress sexual, they're going to see you as an object. Stop calling men insecure. That is their God-given right to say, I don't want my woman to present herself out here because not only is she a representation of me, she's a representation of herself. I need to see how you see yourself. I know we always talk about women's empowerment. Dressing like that is not women's empowerment, baby. You can try it all day long. There's nothing empowering about that.
Okay.
My fatness doesn't devalue me.
Why?
So I'm an A.
Why doesn't it?
Yeah,
Why is it that your own assessment of your looks has nothing to do with how the external world perceives you? That's my problem.
I don't give a shit.
Right, because you don't care, so there's no real value judgment.
I don't care about other people's opinion of me. It's
you
not more
speak for
important
the
than the
rest
opinion
of
of
the
I want
world?
of myself.
Yeah,
And
it is. If there's a value judgment of how you would self-assess your own looks, the only possible conceivable metric I could even think of would be the perception of how other people view you for your value judgment
And
of
I
how
was in
you
a
look.
relationship for almost 8 years with someone who thought my
How would you-
body
how could he-
was
how could
the
you ever
most
come up with a
beautiful
metric?
thing he had ever seen. I have been pursued by many men who think I am gorgeous and beautiful. That perception exists whether you have it or not.
Okay, so assume for a second I can envision a world where you're the only human being who's inside of the
And
world.
guess what? I'll
And
never
if
be
you're
the only one who thinks I'm
if
hot,
you're-
and I know that bugs the out of you,
If you're the
dude.
only human being who's inside of a world, I can perceive that I can come up with whatever metric I want for myself because I have nothing to compare it to. So if I have nothing to compare it to and I have nobody else's value judgment, then I can say I'm the most beautiful person who's ever lived, and that would be true. But if I have the value judgment of hundreds of millions of people to compare the standard to, and I know that I'm below that threshold and just decide that I'm above that threshold anyway,
I'm not the only
that's not
person who
based
makes
on
that
anything
decision.
objective. You're just making shit up.
No, I'm not. Babe.
With to your chest. Listen, you want at SeaWorld? Be my. They were in cake throw. But you have the baby strapped to your chest. You couldn't keep the young hoe contained for one day? This little boy was more concerned about your child in that moment than you were as a mother. And per usual, you go to the comment section and what do you see? The Young Ho Committee. They were out in support. And listen, while I can understand that you probably needed a night out or a day out at SeaWorld, you couldn't get a babysitter and just leave the baby home and go somewhere and get that out your system? That would have been better. That would have made more sense.
Things like weight, how people look, we can adjust things like that. And height is just not important. People really act like they are fending for themselves in the Amazon. And you need a big burly man to be protecting you from all of the wild orangutans that are out to get you. You know that's not true. Stop talking about it's biology. It's just a biological need. A lot of things are biology that you do not do, like keeping your weight regulated. That's biology. It's a biological imperative for you to have a regulated weight. I didn't want to talk about this today. It's a biological imperative for you to do quite a few things that you don't do. But all of a sudden, the biological imperative for you to have a 6 foot up man is now very important. The biological imperative for you to exercise. How about that? We never talk about these things, these biological needs. But you got a biological need for a 6'2" man.
So as we're all very much aware, we are living through a chopped man epidemic, and there's a big shortage of baddies. It's gone so bad to the point that, like, if I see an attractive man, it genuinely makes my day. I was walking on the sidewalk earlier and I saw a cute guy in his car, so I waved to him and he smiled back at me. And obviously he drove away after that. But I was like, oh my God, a cute guy? This was at 6:50 p.m. It's 7:17 and I'm still like, oh my God. And I feel like this is going to power me through my evening. Like, wow, I actually saw an attractive man today. Like, diamond in the rough, needle in the haystack, seriously. And there's a big shortage of baddies. It's gone so bad to the point that, like, if I see an attractive man, it genuinely makes my day. I was walking on the sidewalk earlier and I saw a cute guy in his car, so I waved to him and he smiled back at me. And obviously he drove away after that. But I was like, oh my God, a cute guy?
Get why you always have to about the kitchen being a mess.
Because you're a stay-at-home mom by choice. That's why I work 50 hours a week. I ask for one simple thing. Keep the kitchen clean, keep the house organized. That's it. And take care of our
do I
kids.
need to bow down to you?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just simply pick up throughout the day. I work 50 hours a week,
So
60
you're
hours a
saying
week.
I'm messy.
Correct. Saying you're a slob.
Really? A slob?
A mess.
Do
Whatever
you
want
think
to
I
call it.
look ugly?
I didn't say you dress like a slob. I said you don't pick up after yourself. Very simple.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's look in the fridge. Oh, that's right. No milk. I thought the one thing that I asked for you to do was to get milk.
You mean milk right here?
Oh. Well, I didn't see it.
Look.
But there's other things.
Name it.
Your clothes are in heaps all over the house, and all I
Should I
ask,
go get my clothes hamper and show you my clothes hamper? Because I'll gladly show you.
I pick up your underwear, your socks. Everywhere is, it's everywhere.
Should I show them your bathroom?
Okay. Should I show him all the hair that's in the drain from your...
A lot of these modern women are feeling that men are not really investing. They're not engaged. The experience, the meeting, us being here on the date, it kind of feels flat, right? And while I understand, you know, if you come out there, you should probably try to put your best foot forward, right? But you have to understand, men are reading you. They're watching you, and they're saying, oh, here we go. Like, you say something, and a man is like, because y'all think y'all are the only ones that do that. And a man is saying, oh, here we go again. He hears a certain thing, or he sees a certain thing, sees a look, you know, maybe you're wearing something, and you're like, oh, here we go again. It's going to be a long night.
Y'all, how angry do you think my husband's gonna be when he finds out that I need him to change the way he did this? So I just noticed that, you see the way these are spaced apart right here? Well, these are closer. I don't know why he bought this one that has the closer, I don't know, railing pieces, but I wanted it all to look like this. I don't know. He's done 5 so far. There's the rest of them down there. He can take those back, I guess, but I don't know how hard it is gonna be. Just take the screws out of there and replace it.
I think the part that husband is going to have the biggest problem with is actually hearing from her that he did it the wrong way. Because I'm telling you right now, I don't know anything about construction, but looking at where those bars are placed, it kind of looks like they would be placed closer together at the bottom in order to protect animals and probably small children from falling through. I don't know. You guys tell me if I'm way off base, but the fact is that she hasn't gone and talked to her husband about that. It's only about the look of it, and it's not about the actual use of it. Based on that, she has decided that it has been done wrong and is going to need to be fixed. I don't think he's going to like it.
You guys wouldn't do this, but like hypothetically, how many guys do you think you could get with in a day if you wanted to?
Millions. Infinity. Yeah. Infinity. If I wanted every single one of these guys, I could have them.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
Right? Anybody.
So if a guy came over here, you asked him, you think he would say yes?
Yes. There's no doubt. 100%.
No doubt?
No doubt.
Y'all down to test it?
Yeah, why not?
Things just got a little more interesting.
They were saying, would you hook up with any two of them if you weren't married? If I wasn't married? Yeah. Hell no.
That's my dog.
That's my dog. Damn, why not? Because I'm gonna marry her in the future. Boring.
Okay, how about you? Would you sleep with us?
I personally no, I wouldn't.
Why?
Not really my type.
I'm just being honest.
Yo, my man. Real quick, do you have a girlfriend? I'm single. All right. Ah, they ran. They ran.
Why are you running? Why are you?
She'll say, I don't respect men, they have to earn it. Okay, honey. What if guys said that to you?
I don't think women are mean enough, and unfortunately for us, out of survival, I don't think that we can be meaner in real time. I am someone, if you know me and you follow me for a long time, or if you know me in real life, I do not respect men. They are not a species in which I give respect to just because, like, they have to earn it, and if that, I still don't want to be around most men. However, I know my place in the world as a woman who is 115 pounds, is not going to be able to physically fight off a man in the instance he wanted to overpower me.
What if guys said that to you? If guys said, I don't respect you, I don't respect women, what would you label them in that second? I don't respect women would get a label of misogynist, woman hater, all the verbiage would be thrown out at them, right? What if they said, I don't respect you, you have to earn it, right? How would you receive that, honey? Would you receive it well? I'm willing to bet no.
Never feed their egos.
So cool if I grab your number though? I can't take you on a date? Why? Oh, okay, no worries. Excuse me. Oh my god, I'm in love with you. What's your name?
Ashley.
Huh?
Ashley.
Are you from Australia?
You won't take his number.
Huh? Oh yeah, it would work.
You want ready?
It would work.
Already?
What?
That's fun.
Who's this?
I have no idea what this girl is.
You see how she rejected him? She curved him. She wasn't interested. But she didn't want him talking to anyone else. She didn't want him giving his attention away. That was supposed to be reserved all for her. And what did she do? She came to hate. You know why? Because she couldn't accept the rejection. She couldn't accept his indifference. Indifference is a woman's kryptonite. Why do you think they hate nonchalant men? They always say that, I hate nonchalant men. You don't give them the reaction that they want, they can't stand it. That's the same thing how women say, how come when we reject men, they unsend their DM? Why do you care? That's because rejection to a lot of women is an ego boost. They get to look at it like, oh, look at all these men that want me and that I turned down. And they use it as a sense of validation and a way to boost their ego. A lot of y'all don't realize how much power that you have and your attention. I mean, as a whole, if we were more selective with who we gave our attention to, a lot of these egos wouldn't exist. It's a dirty game. Stay focused, though.
Let me finish.
Jesus Christ.
Just shut your mouth and let me finish. Okay. Thank you. About time. 2 + 2 = 4, would you agree? Is that always true?
What do you mean by always?
It past, present, and in the future. Is it a universal
it
truth?
depends. Like, there's like an entire like debate over like whether we've like found math or it's always existed. Like, for example, if there was no one to see it, like in the cosmos, and we had two particles like just like rolling around each other, does that mean two? Like, does that still exist? Does math still exist in that context? I think that math is probably something that we like observe and that we've kind of come to use like in a utility sense. But I don't think that I think there probably needs to be someone there counting for there to be 1 or 2 or 3 things. I think it's like there's some utility in math. So I don't necessarily think it's like something that you can quantify in this way of always existing. I think it's something that we kind of constructed.
So you're saying numbers are only dependent upon the things in the world?
I mean, if there's no things in the world, yeah, there's no number of things.
Yeah, that makes no sense. Numbers are universal. Yeah, numbers pre-exist.
What do you think a number
Logic
is?
pre-exists creation. That's why creation is ordered in a logical way.
Okay, I would probably disagree.
So creation is not ordered in a logical way. Okay, do you believe in the laws of logic?
I think that the laws of logic are like we use them like utility wise, right, to come to conclusions and to like you know.
So they
see
could
patterns,
be false in the future.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we've
asking
constructed
you
a
a question.
system.
Okay, I'm asking you, could they be false in the future?
If you're 40, you're never gonna find love. I left my marriage, and now I'm a side chick.
I just came to the realization that like if you're 40 years old, you're never gonna find love. Like, oh my god, sorry, I woke up like really, really emotional because I was married for, oh my god, just stop. I was married for over 20 years, and like I was so used to being a wife, like I loved being married, you know, like I love being a wife. I love having like that one person I love coming home to and like venting all my to. And
but yet still you left. If you love that so much, why would you leave your marriage just to now become a side chick? That's just stupid.
I asked a bunch of girls, when was the last time a man approached you at a bar and started talking to you? And I thought this was just a me thing, but they were all like, no, it hasn't happened in, I can't even tell you how long, like before COVID. And I thought that was a me experience. I was like, okay, maybe I give off like a standoffish vibe. I don't know. I don't think so. But no, they all agreed. They're like, I can't tell you the last time a man tried to talk to me at a bar. A man tried to offer to buy me a drink. Do men still do that? Men, can you weigh in? And I don't even need the drink, but like the last time, and I'll go up and talk to guys, but like, can someone explain?
Ladies keep asking this, but when are you going to realize that there are consequences to your words and actions? It's because men would rather keep to themselves than to be called a creep, or at the very least be publicly embarrassed, or at worst be accused of something. A lot of women do not realize that because of social media, a lot of young men believe that women despise them. Between the 4B movement, the it's all men until no men, and picking the bear over the man, because of this, most of them assume that women genuinely want nothing to do with them.
If my husband talked to me the way that I talk to him sometimes, I would be in a literal puddle. Sometimes I am so mean to that man, and he's always so kind. And I know that if he ever returned the same words and the same tone, I would cry.
You know what the saddest part is that I can't even say that this man can only take so much and that he will someday potentially leave, and you're going to be left thinking, Why? What happened? I honestly can't say that because I don't think that's what's going to happen, because I know good men and I know that they will stay. I think that a lot of that has to do with men actually loving greater than women. They love and stay even when there's a lack of kindness, effort, reciprocation, happiness. So when a woman comes on and she's very obviously aware of her lack of kindness, for her to not talk about sitting down with her husband and taking accountability and apologizing on top of changing, it's kind of sad.
And a lot of these modern women, they say a lot of stuff that's demeaning. They talk about how men are shaming women, but a lot of these modern women out here shame men a lot. They say some off the wall stuff. They say some crazy stuff to disrespect a man. And when a man says, okay, that's how it is, you have to understand, when you say stuff like that, when you do stuff like that, a man, you're going to call him cold. You're going to say that he's emotionally unavailable. But really, part of that, or maybe even a good portion of that, was you talking trash. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Like Kevin Samuels always used to say. You two were worried about shaming him and insulting him. Now that man seemed cold and distant, and you're not looking at what you did that might have caused that.
I went on a date last night and this man was like talking to me about his hobbies and stuff, and he was asking me if I like camping. And I was like, you know, I like the idea of camping. And then I literally looked at this man in his face, first date, while we're eating, and I said, I just can't be in the woods, you know? As long as there's a toilet for me to use. He does want to go on another date though.
Safe to say that man is now in love with you. Men love authenticity, especially early on. You're talking on the first date. He loves that because that means that you are comfortable being who you are in front of him, and he doesn't have the cherry-picked version of you. He knows what he's signing up for and he likes it. Plus, this only benefits you because you're setting your boundaries with him. Like, he knows that you just want to go somewhere with a toilet and then you're willing to camp, and heck, you're willing to camp with him. That is a huge green flag. That is a win-win all the way around.
If you're just trying to have fun, why not just have a night in with your female friends, put on some music, get some alcohol, and drink in your house? Why the need to go to very specific social gathering venues where the drinks are really expensive, people are drunk and obnoxious, there's strangers there, it's sometimes unsafe, it's sometimes dangerous, the music is perhaps too loud, that you don't get to pick the music that you want? I'm just curious, like, what is the purpose of going to, say, a bar or a nightclub or a party?
Well, because it's like a big playground. Everyone's drunk, running around, stupid. It's fun. It's not always the intention of hooking up with someone, and it doesn't have to be, but some people have that intention. That's okay.
I mean, you guys can dance around it all you want.
Like, it's kind of the atmosphere,
you guys can dance around it all you want, but the reality is, like, people go to these very specific social gatherings for the potential opportunity of meeting a new person.
Some people.
Women like to dance around this, but the reality is, like, you're going out and, like, you want to meet a guy at these parties.
No.
Yes, you do. Are men stronger than women physically?
No opinion.
You don't have an opinion on that?
No.
What do you mean?
I don't have an opinion.
You don't have an opinion.
No.
What do you think?
I don't have an opinion.
You don't want to answer the question?
I don't have an opinion. Is that okay?
Is it that you don't want to share your opinion?
Oh, no, that's not what it is.
Generally speaking, are men physically stronger than women?
No opinion.
You don't have an opinion?
No.
Let me ask you a question then. Do you think men and women are of equal strength, generally speaking?
No opinion.
Are you just being bad faith intentionally?
No. You don't like my answer. That's all.
Well, you haven't given me an answer, so there's not really room for me to like or dislike your answer.
Is the reason you're wanting to plead the fifth because you're afraid of kind of the cultural backlash of, like, oh, well, people think that everybody can be just as strong as everybody? It's not true. I was just curious.
No.
Okay. What's your reason for pleading the fifth?
No opinion.
Are you just going to answer that to every question? No opinion?
I don't have an opinion on this topic. Thank you.
Next.
What?
Yeah.
I just take issue with the whole thing that it stands. For starters, like I said, the name of the platform, when people, and again, not to attack you guys personally, but they come on here, they say, oh, we're models. models and my fans pay me this. You're not models. You guys don't have contracts with agents. I think it is just a glamorized lifestyle that is really dependent on selling that lie to other young girls. But it's just a pyramid scheme financially. If you look at the way the money goes down, the top 1% of creators are earning basically all of the money. But I think what it particularly is a cultural pyramid scheme. And what I mean by that is that it's not that you're trying to get these young girls like in a MLM type thing where, you know, buy the new Mary Kay makeup, buy the new pair of leggings or something. You're trying to convince them, and you guys, no offense, are doing it just by sitting here and trying to normalize work and laughing about the cultural pyramid scheme angle of it is that you are trying to get girls to buy into the fact that doing will not have any negative impacts on their life down the road, which is categorically false.
We dance, we kiss, we schmooze, we carry on, we go home happy. What do you say? Come on.
Okay, I have what might seem like a silly question, but what exactly is the logical reason why women should hate all men? Is there one? Because I have heard numerous reasons why women should hate some men. I have yet to hear an actual reason why women should hate all men. So I'm really hoping that someone can actually answer this question for me in a logical, reasonable manner. Now, I know that there will be some individuals out there that will call me names. That's to be expected. But that's only because they can't actually answer the question. So for those women that say they hate men, why? Why do you hate all men? Is it because some men did bad things and are still doing bad things? Is it because some men out there in the world have power and you think that women don't? Really, I'm actually hoping for a reason why someone would encourage hate. Unless, of course, it's just to turn a profit.
It can't just be me. This generation of dating, being in a relationship, is fucked. Like with the cherry on top. Like, is this what we gotta pull from, ladies? And the ones who's dating the football NFL players, baby, bless your heart. Just bless your heart, and my condolences goes out to you. I'm very sorry for you. But that's crazy that this generation does not commit, doesn't know loyalty. The married man, is marriage even still like a thing?
A lot of them don't have it.
No, because the things they're looking for is what a father provides to a daughter. A woman that wants all her bills paid and to be taken care of and just on every level, that's something your father does for you, baby. Like the man that feeds you, clothes you, houses you, makes sure that you have everything that you need and is not looking for anything from you. That's your father. That's your dad. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think nowadays the lack of fathers in a lot of the women's life is playing out as they get older. Because the women that I know that were raised with their fathers, they don't expect a man to do everything for them. The women raised with their fathers, it's not weird that they have to pay some bills. They don't find that funny or oh my God, or they find that like being grown. Right. They don't look at they're not looking for to do everything for them. From my experience, the women that are raised with their father, they move different, brother.
Nah, for sure. If they got their dad, they move way different.
And to me personally, man, I feel like that's what the problem is. The more we do Trigger Alert and the more I listen to what these women ain't looking for a partner or a man. They looking for a daddy.
And, you know, you can sit up here and say, oh, you know, is there a man that's willing to help? Is there a man that's willing to, kind of show that chivalry and stuff like that? But I think a bigger question you should probably be asking, and maybe it's probably a bigger problem, is, am I willing to give back? Am I willing to be feminine? Am I willing to nurture? Am I willing to put in effort? Right? Am I willing to say, okay, I appreciate what you're doing? A lot of women think that chivalry is only one-sided. And, you know, a man is only supposed to do certain things, right? But let's look at your version of chivalry. What is it that you do? And then when we start asking those questions, we come right back on to the question that men be asking women, modern women, and they get upset. What do you bring to the table? What is it that you can do? How is it when I'm supporting you? How is it that you can support me? How can you support a family? Do you want to support a family? What type of person are you? And that's usually when modern women crash out and they don't want to answer those type of questions.